Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is September the 2nd, 2023, and I have my special guest, Becca, with me in the house tonight as we jointly kick off this amazing project of Sewology. Thank you, Becca, for asking me to do this with you and us doing this collab. It's kind of like, let's do this.
I think that's funny because
I had it, you had it, and let's do it.
I feel like that's not how that went. I feel like I got the block of the month and it was shipping and it was sitting here. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I want to do that too. We should do it together. I'm pretty sure it was your idea.
You already had it.
I did.
So that's the way we're doing it. But no matter what, it's going to be a fun collab.
It will be. What I really like, and sorry, I'm multitasking at once because I was just sharing the link for the video in the Facebook group so that people can come join us. But what I really love about this is we're taking this slow, right? I know with block of the months, it's really easy to say yes. And then sometimes it's hard to get started. And then sometimes once you get started, it's really hard to stay on task. And sometimes it feels like you can fall behind. So what we have worked out is over the next, I think it's like 14 or 15 months.
Yep.
We're going to really lean into this and we're just going to do one section at a time, once a month. And some months we're skipping, which I think is perfect. Because if you are not a super fast sewer or life gets in the way, you still have the opportunity to have time to catch up and join us and do it. And the pattern, this honking thing is a book. I was joking around earlier. I didn't say it, but I was thinking when I was out running errands, I was like, I should have taken this to Staples and got it spiral bound. And that may still happen. But this thing is thick, like, holy caboodles. It's not a pattern that is light on instructions, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, the pattern is worth the $20.
Absolute. And I like the way that it even gives you your markers.
Yeah.
It goes on into your breakdown. Yep. And I love the color coding system because that's what I did with mine.
Yep.
And I'm loving it. And we're not even really started, but I love our schedule that we've chosen. And I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to finish at 71 by 88.
Really?
So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's going to finish bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be just a nice size, oversized wall hanging, but we're going to have a quilt out of this. Now, is that not like, 71 by 88. And then if we choose to border it, which I know I do borders so it looks framed and finished, I'm looking at like 75 by 92.
Oh my goodness. I hadn't looked at that. Like, I never looked at the measurements. I was just like, okay, this is going to be a wall hanging. That's probably what it's going to be. But man, are you telling me I'm going to get to make a quilt that looks like this that I'll get to cuddle with every night?
Yep.
Done. Let's go.
I'm all in. And I think it's going to be a blast.
Let's go. I'm all in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I'm ready.
And I like the way that we've got it set that we're going to do like 1 month here, 1 month there, kind of like let's go visit, and we'll see how that goes. And I think it's going to work. And if we find it doesn't, maybe we'll just land somewhere,
Yep.
But we'll see what the majority wants to do, and it's just going to be fun. This month we're doing spools. And I think that's cool. And that's the way the pattern lays out. Spools of thread for month 1. And then next month, I can't wait to see this pencil. And then I want to see how you're going to pull Jack the Ripper together. Because I pre-read this entire thing. Go figure, right? Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. And that's going to be a blast to watch how that one comes together.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be something. We'll just leave it at that. It's going to be something.
We're going to like it in the end, but it's the process of
right. Absolutely
going. And I'm just going to honestly tell everyone in the chat, welcome. I do not have my mouse here. Hold on, maybe I can pull it up on my. It's over here, but okay, now I have it. So let me slip into the chat and welcome everyone. Linda Faust, hello, Donna and Becca and everyone. Barbara B, hello, Donna and Becca and everyone. Tucker Sewing and Quilting is in the house and he's telling Becca hello as well. Linda Denton, hi. Melody Kiefer, hi, Donna, Joe, Becca and everyone. Linda Denton, hi, everyone. Hey. Heather, the debt-free quilter, is in the house. Gloria Butler, hello. Wait a minute. Hi, Donna Ying, Becca, and everyone from Tennessee. I'm not able to sew right now, but I wanted to watch anyway. You're always welcome to watch. And oops, I forgot Joe. Hi, Joe. Sorry. Shelley Clark, hello. Diane Constance, good evening from Massachusetts. Bonnie Walker, hi, everyone. I got my pattern download today, but I don't have my fabric picked out yet. It'll still be fun to watch and be prepared better for next month. It's okay. This is going to be so slow. Trust me, you have ample time to catch up.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with taking it just a little delayed, right? If you let us work through this on the live stream, if we find, because we're not going to know ahead, but if we find hiccups or we hit issues or we stumble, you can learn from that and make your sew a little bit easier. So take your time, pick out your fabric, get it started, get it cut, get it labeled.
Right. I like the way that we're doing it. Yours came in the form of a kit where your fabrics were sent every month. Yep. And I took mine to a quilt shop when I was away in Pennsylvania with Talker, and we kind of just did ours. So we're going to both have different takes on the colors. So that's going to kind of be neat.
Yep.
Candace, hello. Cat Gallery, hello. Janine, hello. Donna and Becca. Melody, hello, everyone. Donnell Stevens, Quilting Mom, good evening, everyone. Beautiful ladies and all of the wonderful crafty peeps. Gloria Butler, hello. Quilting Queen, hi, Becca and Donna. Pat Strawhouse is in the house. Hi, Donna and Becca. Irene, hello there. Judith Thorpe, hello. Donna and Becca from Kentucky. Janine, I'm glad you're taking this one slow. I haven't gotten my pattern yet. Janine, this is going to be so slow. Everybody will be able to catch up and or stay with us. Heck, you might even blow past us, and that's okay. Dahlia jumping in to say hi, enjoying a bonfire with my baby face. You enjoy it. Dahlia, you need that time out. Gwendolyn Hanks, thank you. Love slow. I'm always saying all the YouTubers make projects too fast. Love the slow and steady. Well, that's what you're going to get on this one. June Billings, hi, Donna and Becca and everyone. Karen, hello, Donna and Becca. Katie Vlog, happy Saturday, everyone. Can't wait to see how this one turns out. Mary, good evening. Linda Denton is saying hello. Deborah removed a comment. Ellen Crane, hello from Texas. And Roxanne, hi, everyone. So I'm giving the controls back over to Joe. Becca can do the chat on that side of the house because I want to share it. It's not all over here. So which spool are you going to start with? Are you just going to go left to right, right to left, center? How are you going to do yours?
I'm just going to go left to right. And so what I did, I took time to starch and cut all of my fabrics. And I borrowed a page from the Post-it note queens in my life, Mary and Donna, who probably own stock and Post-it notes, both of you.
Yep.
So I had labeled everything with Post-it notes. And then I realized I had these alphabeties. And I don't normally use alphabeties because sometimes I'm making a 5-inch pile of pieces and I don't want the marker to get lost. But this seemed to be a perfect use for the alphabety, and then the paper didn't get torn up. So I did switch out and I put alphabeties on everything. So I've got all of my fabric starched, cut, and labeled according to what the pattern has. And then I took it a step further to help assembly line do things. I created a pile of fabrics for the first block, which I can show you from my overhead, since I've got the pattern right here in front of me. This is what we're going to put together. It's just 3 blocks kind of in a row. It's going to make a nice wide block. You're going to put some background around here. This is the first one I'm going to work on, and then I'll work on this one. And then this looks like the most complex one. So I'll probably do that at the end. But I guess if I was smart, I would do the most complex first and work backwards. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go left to right.
Okay. Well,
But
go
I'm
ahead.
like you, my heart's tugging at me. I think I need to do the purple first because it's gonna take the most time.
Well, then why don't we do the same blocks at the same time? Because I would love to see what your colorway looks like, because you didn't choose the same exact fabrics that I did.
No.
Okay, let's do that. Let's start with the most complex one. I'll pull those pieces out. I just gotta make sure I got T, that's a V. I think I've got my pile correct. So I think for this one, this is the embroidery floss block, and it's walking you through like, ooh,
There's a few twists and turns.
ooh. There is. I'm just going to start with step 1. So it wants you to sew a total of 12 H and I pieces. So I'm going to grab my H and my I.
And these are my color spec.
Oh, yeah. See, mine are just a little bit more dull.
Yep.
Yours are nice and bright. That's going to pop. So it looks like what it wants us to do to start off with is to sew these together to make strip sets.
Yep.
So I'm just going to start doing that.
All right. Are you going to press your seams open or are you going to go to the darker?
I think.
Are you, wait a minute, let me see. Press to the dark side, Beck.
Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to see how it tells you to press the seams, but it doesn't. I think with this particular piece, I'm looking at the negative space that's kind of around the block. I don't think it's going to matter, right? There's not a lot of bulk when we're doing the strip set. All of the pieces can go to one side, which would be easier to press. And we've got that background strip on the floss that's gonna, we're not gonna nest those seams with anything. So I think it's a dealer's choice. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to press open just because that's what I do.
Then do it. I was thinking about pressing open because you get that really nice flat result.
Right. And it's not going to matter because who's going to look at my seams when it's quilted?
Yeah.
But I have a bad habit of liking to look at the back of the quilts too.
You like
before I do them, you know? And I don't know if this is one I'll quilt or have quilted. So I want to make it. At first I was going to, hands down, I was going to do it on my own, strictly because I thought it was a little bigger than a wall hanging. But now that I've seen the size of it, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'll press open too. We'll give it that road. I said round.
Okay, you're rowdy.
So there we go. There's one. How's that Juki working out for you?
I'm telling you what, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I really am. It took me a little bit to figure out how to drop the stitch length low enough that I can do my FPP with it. That was my hang up.
Okay.
Because it's meant to be fast and for other things. So I was pulling out my Singer for my FPP. And Joe kept saying, well, don't you like your new machine? Well, yeah, I do. But my Singer stylist had the automatic thread cutter. It had the smaller stitch length because I like to go with a 1.4, 1.6.
Yep.
And the tighter, the better when I'm doing my FPP. And so I told him if he could figure out how to get the dang stitch length tight enough that I would like it, then I'll move back over to this one for my FPP. So it's a matter of dropping the lever, turning the knob. Go figure.
Oh.
The reverse lever.
Yeah.
And as you know, this didn't come with an owner's manual.
Right.
So it's trial and error. And I'm leaning into Jersey and anybody that has one that can give me a little bit of guidance.
Gotcha.
So trial and error.
You'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that I can really piece. If it's not FPP, I can throw a quilt together now in a day.
It's it's almost game changer. Like I like my baby lock still. And there's a lot of things that I would do. I'm sorry, mom's baby lock, as she sits at the side of the room glaring at me. Whose baby lock? Whose baby lock? I do love that machine, but it's really honestly like comparing apples to oranges. They're still fruit, but it's different fruit, you know?
It is. It's totally different. If someone would have told me I was going to own a Juki, I'd have told them they were crazy. Because I'm a baby lock girl. I love my baby lock. But
Yep.
now I'm really thinking, maybe this is it.
I do love my baby lock, but I really just like I think what I like is the straight stitch only machine.
Yeah.
And baby lock does have a straight stitch only baby lock, but I don't see the need to go out and buy that machine that is literally the same machine as this, just with a different name on it.
Absolute. There's no need. You've
Now,
already got it.
yep. Now, if this one ever dies and I can't repair it, to be completely truthful, I will most likely consider going back to baby lock, but just get the straight stitch version.
Absolutely. Hey, did I hear a voice in the background? Mama Nancy, is that you? Are you in the house?
I am in the
Yeah, mom and Mary are both in the room with me. Mary is working on cutting out her panda quilt, which she started about 3 years ago, or at least it feels that way. With Hartman pattern, and you know how that goes, Donna.
Absolute. I love her patterns, but the easiest way to do them is one block at a time.
But she is insisting on cutting out all of the quilts so that she can hand me the kit because we're making. So I had told Sean from the guy who sews that I wanted to do an Elizabeth Hartman pattern, but I just didn't want to do all the cutting for it.
Right.
And he challenged me to do the panda quilt because he was thinking about doing it as well. And I thought, well, that would work out well because Mary loves her pandas and I could give her that quilt. And Mary got really excited. She was like, oh, yes, please. I'll take it.
You'll take one for the team.
Right. I bought it and I looked at it. I was like, I don't want to cut this out. She's like, I'll make a deal with you. I'll cut it out if you put it together. And I went, okay, fine. You got to pick the fabric and you got to cut it, but I will sew it together and then I will quilt it or have it quilted and I will gift it to you. Not a problem.
Right.
So we talked about that back in like April. She's still cutting.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I need to hit the chat real quick. Louise Croak. Hi from Western Maryland, everyone. Louise, what part of Western Maryland are you from? Can you please be a little bit more specific? I'm asking for a reason. Because I am Western Maryland. I just saw that and I was like, wow.
Howdy, neighbor.
That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to. I want to see what part of Western Maryland, because it's pretty decent amount.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to have sewing friends close.
Yes, absolutely.
If you see it, Joe, let me know, will you? Let me see. Janine, Pat Strawhouse. Let me see. Crafty Panda. CD, I saw 99% straight stitch. Luckily, I have a 40 plus straight stitch vintage machine. How cool is that? Baby lock accomplished. It's replaced by a newer update version.
Accomplishes that straight stitch only machine that Baby Lock has. It's the Baby Lock version of the Juki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kathleen Champ is in the house. Hi, y'all. Totally bummed. Got pattern and started prep, but I had to hit the bed. But I'm going to catch on sew tomorrow. That's okay. This is a pattern. Just because we're sewing it tonight does not mean that you have to sew it tonight.
Yeah.
Just sit and chat a spell.
Lynn
And you're
is,
already done, right?
no. Lynn is here from South Africa. She said it's 1:20 a.m.
Oh, wow. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome, welcome.
So far, no response about the Western Maryland.
I'm just curious. Nosy Nelly over here.
Mom does the same thing. As soon as somebody says Southwest Virginia or Tennessee, she's like, where?
Right. It's kind of like you tune in.
Yep.
It's like, ooh, okay. Not Maryland, Western Massachusetts. Sorry, I wish I lived near you, but welcome. Oh, babe.
She said, you're welcome to visit her. She's an empty nester.
Oh, that'll work.
Look, you got a new sewing friend, not from Maryland, Massachusetts. The state
Yeah,
starts
I
with,
thought she said Maryland.
it's okay. The state starts with an M, so it's really the same place.
Yeah, exactly. It's so close. But yeah, it's so far away.
It's a monkey house.
Hello, Fallon.
Fallon's in the house. Whoa.
Here, she says hello. Kathy is here from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome.
I said that wrong. I think it's Kenosha, right?
I don't know.
I think it's Kenosha. Rose Davis is here and she is sewing 25 pumpkin bags.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Be a teacher.
She's going to sew 26 and send me one.
27 if she's got an extra. Just saying. We don't mind.
Would you like me to? No. No, that would be Halloween.
Had my first date with Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I'm
Oh.
done with him now. He can leave me alone.
Well, I see it looks like you did your strip sets a little differently than I've been doing mine. Looks like you built out little miniature strip sets and are going to sew them together.
Yep,
Okay. See, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
absolutely.
I just put them.
I picked it up and put it in backwards is what I did. And it's easy to do.
Mom said, you better leave that cat alone.
Hey, hey, hey. It's okay. You'll thank me later. Becca won't sneeze.
There we go. So this is my embroidery floss block. All my seams are pressed open. And whenever, like, I starched this really nicely before I cut my fabric, so it's got a nice body to it.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the time, since I'm trying to make this super flat, now that I've pressed the seams open, I'm going to press it from the top as well. And it says that this should be 9.5 inches wide by 12.5 inches tall. So I'm just going to make sure that
Measure.
yeah. So that was a whole lot of seams that I put in there. And while I think I did a pretty okay job of keeping my seams consistent, you never know until you measure, right?
Right.
I know most Melna has asked, I know a couple other people have asked, how is mom doing today? Mom, how are you doing today?
Fabulous.
Why is it? It doesn't sound too thrilling. No pain today.
No, she's doing fine.
Good.
And now here's my problem. This
What?
looks nice and straight
Yep.
on camera, but it's not. And
How did you do yours? Up and down, up and down? Or did you do them in segments?
no, I just did one strip at a time and I just kept building on. But what I can tell you is while it's not perfectly straight, it's not straight perfectly, but when I add on the side pieces, I think I'm going to be okay. So I'm just going to see.
Now you've got me worried. Is
Well,
mine going to be bowed?
I may, if I'm going to fix this by ripping seams, now is the time, right?
Yep.
So I'm thinking about that, but what I'm also thinking about is hindsight's 2020, right?
Mhm.
This is why if you bought the pattern and you're just watching tonight, you can learn from our mistakes.
Yep.
What I think I would recommend you do is instead of cutting your strips exactly 9.5 inches wide, like the pattern says, I would cut them at 10 inches. And then I would put it
Square
together.
down.
And then I would square it down, because otherwise you're going to have this issue, even though you might sew completely correctly, you may have a little bit of skewing in the strip set. So yeah, like this is, I could, because there's a couple, it's probably gonna be okay.
Someone has asked Judith Thorpe. Joe made it gray and I can't make out what it's saying. What are you doing? Came in late. We are doing the Sewology pattern. And it's going to be a little over a year. The pattern is on Etsy. Donna has the link in the description of the video. Thank you, Fallon.
Okay, so when I measure mine,
Yep.
mine is coming out just at 9.5 inches, just under, by like 13 inches.
What?
Yeah. So I'm going to take a look at my seams on the back. These look like 1/4 inch seams. I'm going to measure them to make sure.
And it's supposed to be 9.5 by
12.5.
Okay, I have 9.5 there. So let me see.
Yep, that's okay. I'm going to take step. It's not going to be hard to rip these seams.
No. 1, 2,
And
3,
it's not a lot of work to redo. So
9, 11, 12.5, you said?
yes, it says 12.5.
Whew, touchdown.
You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine,
But I'm not happy with this one seam where I had jack. It's not laying flat enough.
okay. Well,
So
here,
I've got to fix that.
so here's my thing. With this one, I am going to rip it and redo it because my pieces were going a little skewed and I don't like that and I want to fix it. And I could square this down, pare it down to the 12.5 by taking a 1/4 inch or so off of each end, the top and bottom.
Right.
But I don't want to do that.
No.
Since it's not really a lot of work to redo this, and it's still just the beginning.
Right. Now's the time to do it.
Yep. I
And
normally
trust me, I would be doing it too. We don't know what the other blocks will measure, so. Let me see. Tiffany's in the house. It's supper time, so I am here to listen, but at least to say hello. Tiffany, hello, sweetheart. And if you're making bacon, send some. Send bacon. She's got me so hooked on bacon right now.
We had breakfast for dinner and my stepdad cooked and
Oh,
we made bacon and eggs and biscuits and sausage gravy.
Uh-huh.
And
Yum.
the bacon was left in the oven too long. It was
Oh,
black when it came out.
your bacon was?
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
I also bought some drumsticks.
Okay. Well,
Yum. I'm on my way.
okay.
Just FYI.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
Everything is better with bacon.
I'll be right back.
Take your time. So let me see, Candace, I love breakfast food anytime, day or night. Absolutely. I'm having bacon, egg, and cheese potato burritos. Yum. Mary, we'll catch you later. Too tired to think. Kathleen, Eileen. Where do I get the book? It's in the description box below in the video. Give me just a second to get this pressed. And I think Julie's in the house. I miss saying hi to her. So I'm sorry, Miss Julie. So let me know if you are doing this pattern. Put a heart in the chat, and that'll let Becca and I both know that you're doing it as well. I should have gotten my bigger iron out. But it's okay. I saturated it and I shouldn't have. So here it is. Got that one ready now, and I'll let it sit and air dry just a little bit.
Yeah. Sit and
Um,
air dry.
Do I love it?
Sit and air dry while I redo it. I should have
It's all
started.
good. It's all good. This is where we learn, back. And I just sprayed too much starch and soaked it like Mount Rushmore.
That's not too much.
No, I pulled a Susan. It's stiff as a board.
That's perfect amount.
So I've got to let it air dry just a smidge because I don't want to iron it dry, you know?
Yeah, when I spray heavy-handed with starch or best press, whatever I'm using, I have found I get better results if I let the liquid sit and penetrate the fabric for just a minute or so.
Yep,
Because it gets down into the fibers.
absolute. So let me see. Linda Denton's telling everyone hello. Bacon where? Debt-free quilter wants bacon. Jason, drumsticks as an ice cream or a chicken. Julie, it's dropping links.
He's actually never had a drumstick, so he's eating his first one ever.
Jason has never had a drumstick.
That's what he just told me.
I think that's cool.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Jason doesn't lie about that stuff.
No,
No, Mama's over there going, I call BS.
I would not. If Jason said it, I'd take that to the bank.
Jason doesn't lie.
No. Susan's in the house. Okay, so far the hearts that I'm seeing is Janine is going to sew it. Kathleen is sewing it.
Awesome.
I'm looking down. Nancy Wilson sewing with us. Karen is sewing with us.
Are they sewing tonight or are they just going to do it eventually?
I don't know. I told them if they're sewing this project, please drop some hearts and it'll let us know if they're doing it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to press all of these so that the crease is out of them, and I'm going to start again.
All right. And I'm still going to be here playing with fabric.
But isn't that what we're doing anyway?
Absolutely. I just thought you'd get a little chuckle. Playing with fabric.
Like, we're doing that already.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with it, right?
Yep.
I guess that could have been it over there. I never thought about it.
Mom is wrapping up one quilt. I don't know what to call that one. It's the, yeah, but that's a weird name for a quilt. It's the squares, the square something. It's basically charm squares that's surrounded by 2.5-inch strips. And she just finished putting her last border.
No.
Oh, cool. Ellen says, I only see the PDF, not a book. Becca and I are calling it a book because of how many pages, Beck, would you say it is?
Well,
It's nice. It's not really a book, but we're calling it a book.
it's 72 pages.
72 pages of glorious reading.
Yep, and mine actually is a book because it was part of a block of the month from Stitch in Heaven. So they
Cool.
printed it out and bound it for you, just like staple bound it. But there's nothing
Oh,
stopping you from taking, like buying the PDF, 72 pages, right? And then taking it into Staples or somewhere and having them coil bound it for a coil bind it for a couple of bucks.
Right. Money well spent.
Absolutely. I've done that with other book patterns that I've gotten, and it's game changer.
Absolute. So, you know what I was thinking the other night laying in bed? Do you know how Tiffany's coming in and we're going to go down to QuiltCon and we're talking about how we're going to like possibly meet up prior to going to QuiltCon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I thought? I thought it'd be so cool. Me, you, and Tiffany
Mm-hmm.
doing a jelly roll race.
Oh, geez.
Right
Right before QuiltCon? Good grief.
That's crazy.
How? No. I'll referee.
I did. I was laying here and I was like, boy, that would be so much fun. Same space and how much fun.
Yep.
Neither one of us will have our jukies.
Well, that's the thing, though. She will.
Oh, she's bringing hers?
No, I have 2 of the same machine she sews on every day.
Oh, man. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
That was something that I had been talking to her about, the 2 of us doing that. Like,
Oh, I didn't know.
no, of course. Well, why would you? I didn't go and tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the-
Snitch. You should have.
No, but this is just an example of how, like, it's a small space, right? A small creative world. You're going to duplicate other people's great ideas because they're great ideas and everybody has them. Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need 2 more of these.
I'll referee, you guys go.
2 more.
No. It's got to be all 3. And
Well,
Tiffany will give us our butts on a silver platter.
she will quilt them. Let's see what, oh, that would be a good one. What if the challenge was how much, look, the wizard's behind the curtain. Watch.
Hold on.
The curtain's moving. The wizard's behind the curtain.
It must be Mary's Tookus moving
Oh,
it.
great and powerful Oz. She went
Hi,
into
Joe Tacky. Kathleen's telling you hi, babe. Donna, when are you starting your Bargello and are you doing the jelly roll version again? Yes, I am doing another jelly roll one. It's more than likely going to be in November. I need to get like 6 projects off my plate in September. And then that'll free me up that I can really focus on doing what I want to do instead of what I need to do. Then I can come back out and play again. But I am definitely going to do another one.
I've got my fabric picked. I know what I'm going to use. I just need to commit to it. So I'll keep it earmarked.
Yep. It's going to be fun. I just love a good Bargello. I do. And It'll kind of be like the same way we did before, but it's going to be a different layout, if that makes sense.
Yep.
It's going to show a lot more movement.
Fun.
Yeah, buddy.
Tiffany wants to know.
Why does everyone want to race me? It's not a race. It's just fun to play.
We want bragging rights to say we beat your butt. That's what we want.
Be nice to my Tiffany.
That
Here we go. with
she's
my-
like, shut up, people.
I don't ever hear you saying, be nice to my daughter when people are mean to me.
Exactly. She's like, give it to her.
You're over in the back corner. You're like, that's right. That's right. That's right. See, listen. The words that came out of her mouth were Tiffany were, be nice to my Tiffany. And now she's over there. I'm going to smack you.
Oh, abuse, child abuse, regardless of the age. What are you both working on? Janet wants to know. It's your turn.
Okay. A quilt. What are you working on? No, is that not good enough?
No. More info. Let me push for more info, Beck. More info.
We are taking a 12-month block of the month program and spreading it out over about 15 months. It is called Sewology, and the pattern can be found in the description box below this video, as well as, did you put all the video dates out there too, Donna?
I don't know if he put them in yet or not.
Okay.
Joe, did you put all of the dates in the video? No, but he will.
Well, we'll put it on my website too.
Yep.
This is going to be a really fun quilt. And once I get all of my loose threads cleaned up, I will show you what the quilt looks like. It's called Sewology, and it's really fun. It's going to be a decent sized quilt that showcases all sorts of different sewing notions. And at this moment, what I am working on is unsewing the first step that I took, because my 1/4 inch, I think, was off. And I know why my 1/4 inch was off. Because I have my left compensating foot on my machine, because I just finished the world's worst binding ever. And I need to put my regular foot back on. So I'm going to do that before I start sewing again.
Sounds good, babe.
I
Let me
have
see. Tiffany says, why does everyone want to race me? Julie Quilt says, example of consequences. See, it does happen.
Mhm.
What are you both working on? You've answered that. What color do you have planned for the Bargello? If we do it in November, I would like it to be something fall. But I'm jonesing. I don't know why I'm being attracted to black and white quilts right now. I don't know. I am thinking a black and white Bargello. What now? What did you do? If you are my copycat, I'm telling you. Hold on. Tiff, the same reason everyone wanted to write Mario. Hold on. Donna, sorry I missed your live. It's okay, Candy. You would crap if I stood up and picked that up, wouldn't you?
I think it's hilarious.
I had no idea, baby. I can change my color.
No, do it. Mine does have a big red in the middle of it that I'm going to use. I bought those specifically for the Bargello the last time you did it, and I just didn't have time to do it. So I'm just going to keep those earmarked, and they will eventually be a Bargello.
There you go.
There we go. All right, let me change my foot so that I'm sewing correctly this time. The right foot helps.
Right foot helps.
Put
You
your-
got this.
You put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
And Joe's sitting here going, crazy kids. Crazy kids. Becca, what are you using to get the threads off?
That is the Aunt Pam's sponge. I got it in a subscription box a couple years ago. It works great. It's just like it's a very loose sponge. It's just a sponge.
Is there anything special?
It's called the Aunt Pam sponge. I don't know how to explain it. That's it. If you find this at a dollar store, it'll cost you less than the $5.
Looks like what I put in my fish tank.
Yeah, kind of. It's not
Like the filter.
yes.
Janet Johnson wants to know where she can get the pattern. It's in the description box below, Miss Janet.
That's what it's all about.
And I'm telling you what, life lessons, you know,
Yeah, life
Touch your own fabric.
You get the vanilla one or the Oreo? Okay.
Do I?
The drumstick flavors that she's got is vanilla and Oreo.
Like Oreo flavor.
Janet, yes, the link is in the description box. There's a PDF on Etsy. Looks kind of like a filter. That's what I said. That honestly, we have a cat, and well, it's a dog animal, whatever, filter that they can what's it called, Joe? A fountain. And that the pets use in the hallway downstairs. And we just detailed it last night. And that's what the filter looks like in it.
Yep. Same thing.
And this is what I use for my seams. And I'm telling you what, Beck, I really like it.
It's good. I've had that seam ripper before.
Yeah, I don't like the ripper. I just like the rubber on it that it gets down into the seam. I don't even use the seam ripper because I think it shreds the seam. It's not sharp at all.
Yeah. I've heard that there's ways to sharpen those. Like
I have too, but I don't. I would trust you and a couple others. I saw some videos you can run foil over, like really rough them up with foil and stuff to get all the starch and everything off. I don't know. I've never done it.
I've not done it either, but I think I could. I would like to try it.
That can be something where you can teach us how to do that.
We'll see.
Because I've got like 5 seam rippers over here that are dull as that's how they're used gently.
The trick is to have a dull seam ripper on hand, right?
Trust me, I have some. Just tell me your flavor.
That's what was wrong. Because even though I repressed these, I can still see the indent from where I was sewn before. My 1/4 inch was off.
And that's okay.
But this time around, we should be good.
I had one of those rippers for about 8 years. Loved it. Your quilt store sold a ton of them. Huh. Yeah, I don't like the ripper, but I like the rubber part on it to rub the seam and get all of those loose strings. Donna, do you feel strange making a block with cutting pieces? Absolutely. It is a challenge, but I've spoke to Beth and she has told me that you got to dabble with regular piecing, your traditional, or you will lose the knack for it. Because I do love my FPP. I like the consistency. I like the accuracy of it. And it's hard to get used to staying on that 1/4 inch when I'm used to following just a straight line. So it is different. Do you ever see a difference, Becca,
I'm sorry, a difference for what?
when you are sewing FPP for a while and you slip back into traditional piecing?
Well, I don't think I've sewn FPP long enough to make me forget how to do or feel differently than with traditional piecing. Traditional piecing doesn't feel foreign to me. I think I'm probably still in the camp of FPP feels foreign to me. Because
Okay.
it's not that it's something that I don't know how to do or I can't figure out, but it's definitely one of those things where when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing this project now and it's FPP, I have to remind myself of the mantra, right? Like it's okay
Right.
for there to be waste. It's okay to cut it too big. It's okay if this, just trust the you know what I mean? Just stitch on
Right.
the
Yep.
and then once I get that muscle memory going, I'm okay. But I don't think I'm in the traditional piecing feels foreign to me. Not yet. I don't know if I honestly ever will be, because I think traditional piecing is probably most of what I do. And
Right.
it'll stay that way. But
And there's nothing wrong with that.
who knows what 5 years will bring, right?
Yep. You don't know what tomorrow brings, babe.
I'm telling you what now, if you have not started cutting, my tip for you is ignore that it tells you to cut your pieces at whatever by 9.5 inches and just round up to 10, piece it and cut it down. You will thank yourself later.
And it
If-
does make sense.
If I had to do it over again, I would give myself that extra 1/2 inch so that I don't have to worry too much about the sides being jagged, you know?
Right. I honestly thought that you got yours as like when you said kits, I thought it came pre-cut, kind of like what Cotton Cuts does.
No, it was just a straight up
The
block of
fabric.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure and I didn't ask.
Nope. I starched and cut everything on this.
Cool.
And there was plenty of fabric to give myself that extra 1/2 inch.
Good.
So I could have done it. I just didn't know to do it. But now
Right.
I'll just read through the piecing instructions before I cut out prior or the next month's. And if I'm doing any strip assembly or anything like this, which I don't think we'll do a lot of, I think it's just this month. Or big on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, honestly.
And if it still comes out a wee bit crooked, we're going to embrace it, because embroidery floss, when it's on the little spool, is not always perfect.
Exactly. And it's okay. It is okay.
If you care more about making your embroidery floss on the spool holder look perfect than actually using it, you're probably more interested in organizing than sewing.
Could be, could be.
Always with the stupid. Always with the stupid. I got my nails cut short and I can't get into here without a little lever now. Am I out of bobbin thread? No. Why for you don't want to play with me, huh? But I'm almost out, so let's just go ahead and change that. Moments like this, I am ready to take this Jukian and drop kick it out the window and go back to baby room.
Is it just breaking thread or you're out?
Well, it just won't even stitch. And it frustrates me when it does this. And I don't know,
You've done everything you can with it.
no. No. It's just frustrating. I think it's stitching now. Yep. It's this weird thing where in order for it to actually start stitching, I have to take the bobbin out and take the bobbin out of the casing and then re-put it back in the casing and reinsert the bobbin with the casing, and then it'll start picking up the bobbin thread and stitching. It is.
Okay, let me see. Was hoping they had a PDF of this pattern. There is a PDF on Etsy. Same Donna, I had the purple seam ripper with the rubber thread remover. It's the same, the ribbon. Yep, absolutely. Becca, it doesn't look like you're alternating your stitch direction. It goes wonky if you stitch every strip the same direction. Gwendolyn,
Oh, I am.
the pattern on Etsy is a PDF, Miss Janet. Let me see. Don't know why, but the chicken dance song just popped into my head. Sorry, I got my phone. What? Did you drop it in like water or something, Tiff? Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, she accidentally timed out Sue. Her phone got wet. So sometimes if you drop a couple of drops of water onto your screen, it'll
Oh,
act like you're touching the screen. And that must have been what happened.
oh. No pun intended.
That's good as.
Um, Oh, it's actually not. Oh, here it is. Janet Johnson, if you look underneath the video and you click see more, there's words that say Sewology link, and then it has a link right there. That's the link to the pattern. I'll paste it and put it in the chat, but I just need a minute. I gotta move all the sewing stuff out of the way to get keyboard and the mouse to get you what you're looking for.
Thank you, honey.
You're fine. Just gotta expand the description box to see see the links.
Okay.
She was saying she can't find the link.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Here it comes, right here. This is the link. Copy it.
I don't know. I feel like I do. I keep pitching myself.
Video.
My brother is like this. Yeah.
There you go. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. I am not loving the block.
You're not enjoying this?
No, I'm not loving the block. I just, in my head, I feel like there are better ways that this could have been put together,
Yep.
but we will persevere and it's going to be fine anyway.
That's what I like about any project that we do. There's
Yep.
always ways that we can see to improve on something. Or we've learned a technique that would work so much better.
The link that I put in the chat is the link directly to the Etsy listing. So if people were having a problem when they were clicking on the link before getting to the listing and finding it on Etsy, that link that I just put in the chat should take you directly to where you need to be.
Thank you for doing that. Sorry. Sorry, found it very expensive for me in Australia. For a PDF, babe?
It's Janet, it won't be, it's not a physical pattern, honey. It is a PDF that you'll download on your computer. And it is an expensive pattern at $25 US or 20 something, but it is a 74-page book. Just to be clear, it's a download for you. There's no shipping.
Right.
There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, if I wasn't, I just want to make sure everybody knows, like, I wasn't frustrated with the question about the pattern. I was frustrated because the machine wasn't sewing. And
Right.
it keeps doing this. So like, I don't know how to get that fixed.
And it just doesn't seem like anybody's able to help you with it. That's what's just hard. You've got the problem, but no one's listening.
I feel like where I'm at now, I love the straight stitch machine. I love the Juki. I like the way it looks. And there are things I think the Juki has that the Baby Lock doesn't have. But my next purchase will be another Baby Lock, because I've got a Baby Lock dealer here who will know everything about that machine inside and out. And so if there's a warranty issue or a machine issue, I can take it into the Baby Lock certified dealer to do what needs to be done. The problem with the Juki is the closest Juki dealer to me is 3.5 hours away.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm not like, if I've got to take it in to get it serviced and it has to be a Juki person, that's an all-day trip.
Right. Anywhere we can go have crabs.
No.
I'll meet up with you.
It's south.
Okay. Well, that's even better, maybe.
Maybe. All right.
I had the opposite. I just had the opposites happen. I thought I had a better way of doing it, and it turned out I should have followed the directions. That happens. Just being real. It happens.
This measures what it should be. I keep rubbing the microphone. There, we'll put it there. Doesn't look good, but it works.
And that's all that matters.
I pressed it and it's curved, but whatever. We're going to put it together. It's going to be great. Okay.
Moving right along.
Going right along. It's going to be fine. So we did those. And then now it wants us to draw a diagonal. What? T and P. Wants us to work with T and P. Draw a diagonal line from one corner to the opposite corner on the backside of all T and P pieces. Okay, so T and P are white. They're my white fabrics. And when I slide over here, I've got this little thing. And where did my air soluble pen go? Here it is. Oh, it's $44. Wow, 44.
Holy Jesus.
Well, is that so? Forgive me, I don't know. I'm going to ask a question that may sound pretty ignorant. And the question is it $44 because it's that $44 is what 25 US is, or is it $44 because of inflation, or like
I don't know.
Like I guess what I'm asking is that $44 Australian, what does that convert to in US? Is it the 20
Right.
or are you paying more than 25 US for the pattern because you're in Australia? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know.
It's something that I would like to know, because all this time I thought, oh, okay, well, if I do a PDF pattern, right? If this is something that I can find a pattern or a block of the month and it's a PDF, then all of us can still do it because it's a PDF that everybody can buy and work from. But if the PDF is overpriced or more expensive for international people,
That
then
makes it horrible.
it just puts you in a position where like you thought you found a solution that was going to be inclusive to more people.
Right.
You're not going to be able to make them all happy.
Is 1.55 per American dollar.
What does that mean?
Means for every dollar they pay 55 cents. So let me convert.
So Mary said the Australian dollar right now is 1.55 for $1 US. So for every $1 they spend, they have to spend another 55 cents. So maybe it's
Holy Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 38.75 converts to, $25 converts to 38.75.
So Mary said right now, the Australian dollar $25 converts to $38.75. So just the conversion rate. Wow.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
38.75.
Well, like I said, it is an expensive pattern. I don't think it's overpriced, but it is expensive. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, that's just not in my budget right now.
Right.
But maybe that could be a giveaway I do or you do. Maybe we could do a giveaway for give them a gift certificate to buy the pattern or something.
Right.
I forgot to pull, I realized after I got off the air last night and hopped onto your live stream, you were talking about when you started your raffles. I was like, I forgot to pull my 20,000 subscriber winner. Oops.
Oh,
I'll do it next week. So everybody will get another week to enter if they haven't done it already. Yeah, Kathleen said so. Pat Strawhouse says the pattern is 35 Canadian. It just includes the exchange rate. Okay. So the exchange rate must be different than what Mary said, because if it's showing 44 Australian, the exchange rate is even worse than 1.55. Wow.
I think.
Yeah, what you know what it yeah, got it. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's how I am. That's sad.
I'm sorry. But thank you for educating me on all the things currency. Like I'm so blind to that because as a snobbish American.
Well, when I went to Ireland, I had to was during the time that the American US defaulted on its debt or something in 2011.
Mary said,
Cost me not much more.
Mary said, when I went to Ireland, America defaulted on its debt and it costed her a lot more.
Really?
And I was already tight on money.
And she said, and I was already tight on money as it was. All right. We need our K piece to do our dog ears. I could have done this without marking. I should have realized I could have used my Kate's Head Kit Tiankum to come and fix your Juki. I can't afford Tiankum.
No, I don't know it. Too many people that can.
Yankum is a busy man and I cannot afford him. All right, so place a P fabric in the top two corners of piece K. And we're going to do that for both. Okay. Have you prepped your K fabrics yet?
Yeah, I got my K's done. I'm on the L.
Okay. I'm going to catch up.
I'm going slow. It's no catch up. I'm just going slow. Because Jack and I needed another date.
Another date.
Yeah, he must be trying to wine and dine me.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God I checked these before I cut the parts.
Is that one? It says piece K singular, but I think the pattern means each of the piece Ks. So I'm going to,
Embrace.
I'm going to do both of them because I can see from the pattern that it's going to require that little snowballed area on both of them. So we're going to do both. I work better from a visual diagram than I do a
Written.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. That's what I should have done here because I went with the written and it's just Jack and the sister up. And it's okay.
What, Mom?
That's what the case.
I don't know what that means. She said, as long as you don't mess with the calf, but I don't know what she's talking about.
A little bit ago, when she was talking about something about a cat.
Oh, she said cat.
Oh, it's a flipping be kidding me.
There's that one. Are you getting frustrated, Donna?
Huh, why?
Because I was.
No,
I was. I'll admit it. I was getting a little flustered.
no, I'm like looking at it like I don't understand. But it is what it is. It's not our pattern, you know? And I'm like,
I'm going to go ahead and put the top and bottom on the, what's wrong? Okay. I can't help you with that right now. Okay, I'm going to put the white on the left and right side, and then I'm going to put the K's on the top and bottom so that I have this framed in the right way. And I am going to clip this in place. Perfect. It is the right length. That's great. So no.
all I can say is I hope the pencil goes so much nicer.
Like you and me both, friend. You and me both.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
It'll be okay. I think
I'm just rusty. That's what I'm going to say. It's not the pattern, it's the maker.
well, and don't forget, it's not just the maker, right? Like you're also dealing with pieces that you've had to recut, and so we'll get there.
Yeah. It's the lessons we learn in life. You know?
do you feel like this would have been a whole lot better? I'll say it again. If we would have made it wider and trimmed it down.
Yes. But I haven't even got to the trimming down. But I don't mind doing that way.
We did start with the most complicated block though. So let's
Yeah, but that's our saving grace.
that, I mean, in one hand, let's look at the positive side, because there's always a bright side, right? The positive
Absolutely.
is we did the most complicated, intricate block first, while our brains were as fresh as they were going to be. And so it's only going to get easier from here. It's only going to get easier.
Yes, everybody, please jump in with us. And I don't mean off the Brooklyn Bridge.
All right, so now I need a K, and that should be perfect. And even if it's not perfect, I'm going to claim perfect, and it's going to be fine.
Absolutely. It does, nothing needs to be perfect. Just needs to be nice as we want it.
Nice as we want it.
That is fixed. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh. Ugh. I was like, oh.
That sounded painful. I don't even have words. That sounded very, very painful.
Well, I looked at one side, I was like, oh yeah, my stitch and flip got caught right there. And I looked at the other side, I was like, oh no, it didn't over here. Oh ma'am. No, ma'am, that one's not gonna work. We're gonna fix that. No.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. I don't know how you do pay attention to the pattern as well as us. It's all good. It's just I read the pattern front to back and I laid it down and just stitched it in. And I was like, that doesn't look right. I think we can do better. Thank God I didn't cut them off. Then I'd have been right upset.
Let's try that. Okay. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, that's
But, hold on. What, baby? Probably. I'm gonna get you to get down and get me a nice cold beverage.
beverage. No. Beverage.
Beverage, please. Please. And I know exactly what I did wrong. And the sad part is I ripped it out back and I put it back in the same way I ripped it out. That's where I got disgusted. I was like, why does it look the same as what I just pulled out? Well, because I sewed it back in.
My life made that mistake.
See, Wade?
Okay. I said, I have never in my life made that mistake, to which everybody in this room just called my bluff.
Yeah. I was just like, why did I do that? Because I can.
Because I can.
Yep, I want to be the cool kid that gets to rip the same block twice. That is priceless. Joe goes, you're gonna wear Jack out tonight. And I'm giving him the death glare.
Look what I got.
How?
Done. Almost done.
How do you have that? As I'm sitting here, I'm waiting on you back. I'm just like hanging out waiting.
I'm catching up. I'm coming up on your ear.
I can't keep back. I can't keep screwing up just to, entertain people.
Listen, it'll be all right.
Yeah, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, sounds good.
How about some blood orange lemonade seltzer water?
Ooh,
No. But thank you for the offer, Janine.
blood orange. That sounds not appetizing.
No.
You want to drink some blood, Donna?
No. I don't even have friends that do that.
Well, apparently Janine does.
Like I said. Good night, Candy. Joe was teasing me. He goes, you're really messing up for Beck. Yeah, it's my story and I'm sticking to it.
All right, so that one goes that way.
Now I'm jacking this block on this section. I want to see how she does it.
I can't get my stitch and flip down. It's
hard, isn't it?
I've had to rip the stitch on my stitch and flip a couple times. I'm not going
No way.
I'm not going to rip it again. Whatever I get is what I get, and I'm not going to pick it.
I don't like it crooked.
Well, it might make up for it in the seam allowance. There.
No, there's not enough seam allowance.
Spot on. We're leaving it alone.
You sure?
And then this one, it's the little tiny pieces that are throwing us off on this one.
Yep. And forgot, I have my stitch length. No wonder it's giving me a fit. I had my stitch length down to a 1, 4.
See, that's the FPP-er in you coming out.
Yeah, buddy. I'm making sure my stitches are tight so I can scream as I play with Jack.
He said stitches are tight.
All of my stitches are tight, baby.
I worry about her.
Her mom goes, I worry about her.
You heard her?
Yeah.
Love it. Now I don't have to repeat it.
No. Mom's like, Joe. The voice carries.
It does.
Why, surely not.
No, never, ever said anyone. Never, ever.
Oh gosh.
Not even on my birthday.
Are you having fun over there sewing, Mother?
I am.
We're changing the subject, right?
Yes.
Thanks.
Let me save you now.
Thanks.
Nothing. I was just trying to save you guys from going down a rabbit hole.
We're not going down a rabbit hole. I don't think.
I'm
Not
not.
that I'm aware.
Okay. Are you
Be
going to
good.
go to your pretty quilt tonight?
Yep, that's on the other side on. And that just turned on.
So what are you guys going to do for the holiday? Anything?
Well, my sister showed up yesterday.
Oh, how cool is that?
She's
I
staying.
bet you're excited. You are thrilled. Like, whoa. I know this situation. I'm just waiting on the look. Give me the look. There you go.
She wants to, quote unquote, do something fun. And I'm happy to do things with her, but I need parameters, because her definition of fun and my definition of fun do not reconcile.
Oh, okay. As long as she's not out robbing a bank, go enjoy your sister.
I think she wants to do something with me, but I don't want to crochet.
Oh, okay.
And she doesn't want to sew. So like, I don't know how we're going to do something. You want to go see a movie? Is that what you want to do? Like, am I taking us out to see a movie? Is that what I'm doing?
Indeed, I don't know. Are you?
No. because I don't have, I'm not doing that. However, I will say, I think I found a project that we might be able to do together. So
Cool.
she loves to crochet and I love fabric. And a lady by the name of Donna, during our Zoom, our VIP Zoom last month, mentioned that she makes crocheted rugs for the floor out of scrap fabric.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, that sounds really cool. And she offered to send one to mom, and mom got it, and it's so cute. And I was
Oh,
looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, this is just scrap fabric. And she told me what size she uses for hers, for her strips. And she just basically crocheted it in an oval so that it can go on the floor. And it's so cute. So I thought maybe our fun project together could be taking some scraps of fabric and crocheting them into a cute little rug for my family room.
hey, I like the way you think.
I think that sounds like a fun project.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, right?
But we got-
I can play with fabric and she can crochet it.
Right.
I may
Well-
even be able to talk. You may even be able to talk me into doing that too. So like she can pick out the colors that she wants for my shelf. I can cut the strips.
Right.
And I'll buy us both a hook. Shoot, you know what? I'd be okay to go buy me, Mary, mom, and Nicole all the right size hook, and all of us could make a crocheted rug. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be a fun Sunday
Yeah.
girl day, you know?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Projects.
Gloria Butler. Am I sure I dare try Little Hooter? Absolutely. Little Hooter's a lot easier than this. Just saying.
Well, it's a lot easier to like. I like working with tiny pieces, so I'm okay with this. But there are a lot of small pieces in this one particular block. However, I will tell you, if the embroidery floss block is giving you a hard time, you could just turn that into another spool, like another regular thread spool.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a thread floss. I
Right.
I will also say, I feel like, good, that's what I'm looking for. I will also say, I feel like with small pieces, it is easier to do it with FPP
Yeah, buddy.
because you just sew on the line.
Yeah, it's not hard at all. It's kind of like, I got this.
Uh-huh. Once we got our bearings down, Donna, we started moving. We're getting there.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes, it was.
I know, but come on now. Listen to me, girl.
Hey, Mary, how's that panda cutting coming?
It's done already.
Hey, babe. Yep. All right. You. Sweet. You getting $10 worth and giving me a 5? Sounds good.
I like the way she thinks.
Oh, it's fine.
It's okay. I got you. Don't let the dogs in here.
Oh,
Back beast. Okay, this is my last stitch and flip. So I'm sure everybody here has already seen and heard me talk about how I test my stitch and flips, but I can show that to you really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I'm doing a stitch and flip, especially with these tiny pieces, the way I keep them accurate-ish, well, we're about to see if they're really accurate, is I draw the line, right, from corner to corner, but then I stitch just like a thread next to that line. And then once I've stitched, I flip it over just like this. I can show you in where's my mouse? There it is. It ran away from me. It's under the thread. I flip it up and over. And what I'm looking for is to make sure that when I fold this up, the fabric completes that corner perfectly from the top and from the back. And if it's not exactly right when I flip it over, then that's the time to rip the stitch and fix it. If it's too short here, like on the top, then that means that the seam was too far to the left of the seam. You need to make it more to the right. And if it's too big from the back, it means that you didn't sew close enough to the line. You sewed too far to the right. So that's my...
That's your hack.
Yeah, it's my hack. It's not a theory. It is a proven fact, mother.
Ooh, mother.
She said, that's a theory. I was like, no, if it completes it, when you test it, then it's gonna stay.
Right. You just remind me of my mother and I. Mother.
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 I gotta tell you, Mom's sitting over here at the machine, and she has been, for the most part, working on small like blocks for so long. And it's so fun to look over there. She's putting the last of the 4 borders on her quilt, and she's got this big pile of fabric just billowing off of the machine. And I'm so excited because it's almost done.
That is awesome.
How are you feeling about that coming together, Mom?
Pretty good.
She said, pretty good. It's okay.
It's just okay.
Be perfect.
It will be perfect.
You know what makes it perfect? You did it.
Aw.
Sending smooches.
What'd she say?
Sending smooches. That's
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
in a very robotic voice that sounded more like computer saying loading.
I know, but it was the thought that counted.
Sending smooches.
All right. Now I have to say hi.
Those threads off. All right. So now we're going to do L, which we need L, J, L, and then W. So like this. So I'm going to put my W on top of my L's first, and then I'll build out that strip set and put it on top of the block. I'm almost done with this block, then I can move on to one that's not going to kill me anymore.
This one I can say it's been interesting.
She said interesting.
Well, Becca.
I'll tell you a later date what I really think of this amazing block.
I like how you were like, are you going to press your seams open or to the dark side? And I've completely abandoned the pressing open, and
Did you really?
Nope, I'm moving on. Let's go.
Oh, girl.
I've completely abandoned.
Later, you're going to be really upset that you didn't follow through.
Okay.
It'll really bother you emotionally.
Yeah, sure.
You'll be up all night.
You will lose hours of sleep. I can't even fib on that one. It'll almost bother you.
I gotta finish this thing. You can on the black stuff I'd like to do. What do you
Mom said, Mary, will you come over here and help me? And Mary's like, okay, I need a break from Panda anyway. And she comes over and she's like, what do you need? Mom's like, I'm going to let you cut my sides.
Let's.
I'm going to let you finish this part of the quilt that I don't want to do.
How amazing is that?
Mary
That
is
is so generous.
so generous with you.
I like the way she thinks.
You gotta get down. They can't see. Don't trip. No, sure.
That's too funny. Mary's like, yes, I would love to do that for you.
Well, I'm not your favorite anymore, so. No,
You what?
that's right.
Oh,
What's wrong?
said, Mary, do we need to have a talk? And Mary said, well, I'm not your favorite anymore. So
Oh, why isn't she?
because apparently Ian is her favorite.
She just kid jumps. It's okay.
Yes, she does. 100%. 100%
I just what?
Yep,
jumps.
kid jumps.
My favorite of the moment.
My mom used to do it. Whoever was in the room at the moment's the favorite.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
See
not
what?
even- She said, that's right. She's not even ashamed. It's like,
No.
"Yes, we do. 100%. That's what I do.
Absolute.
That's okay. We all know who your real favorite is.
We know it's you, but don't tell everybody.
It's Donna.
Shut yeah. She tolerates me.
Sorry to tell you.
Donna's not your favorite? It's
Nope.
Is it Jason?
Jason's always my favorite.
Uh-huh. See? See? All right.
As far as sons-in-law, he completes me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Mom,
now that is sweet.
Stop
Press
quoting.
open takes so much longer. Don't forget to give the thumbs up. Hello, Nancy from Julie. Amen to that, Donna. Sorry I had to go get breakfast. Now I need to go get my morning job done. It's okay, Janet. S. Taylor, hi, Panda. Quilt-As-You-Go.
I lost one of my little post-it. I can't wait to see it.
Hello, Sassy Stephanie. Welcome to Donna's live stream.
It's ours. It's ours. Hey, Sassy. How you feeling, babe? She had her infusion done today. She got some fluids.
Good.
Got thirsty.
I need to get some drink.
After I show this, I'm going downstairs.
Oh, okay.
We
Mom,
want to see.
She doesn't want to be a part of our room anymore.
She's just tired of us. She says, I got a good show coming on in 10 minutes.
She's
No, Rick's got control of the TV now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ew.
See why?
Well,
She
I've got
said me
tired
too.
of NCIS.
Does she have an iPad?
I watch on my iPad.
Now, Becca, last night you were her favorite because you pay for everything. Guess who Nancy said? Last night, you're the favorite.
I know.
Now today, it's Jason.
I know.
Well, he helps me.
All right, here you go.
Oh my God. Look, hold on.
Okay. I didn't.
Beck.
Yeah.
Look up. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up.
Well, I just got a little bit. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. Because look,
Yep, we did it.
we're getting there. Okay. Mom wants to show you her quilt. So let's.
I want to see it.
Oh, man, my knee.
You can hold it up better than I can.
Okay.
And I need a picture of it.
I know. This is what she's been working on.
Oh, holy Jesus, that's pretty.
And she did this completely independently.
That is really cute. Now, is that the 5.5-inch squares and she framed them out?
They're 5-inch squares. It's one charm pack and some yardage. And so we just kept cutting the yardage in 2.5-inch strips. And she framed out each square. And
Yeah.
then sewed the framed out squares together to make this.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then did a 5.5-inch border.
Wow.
Oh, Sue said, I'm out of detention, Becca, LOL. But
How long was she in detention?
It was like 5 minutes, but
Oh my goodness, those minutes, I'm telling you, they seem like hours.
she said that you may want to try to use a different bobbin. It could have a burr that interferes with the hook.
Oh, I never knew that.
That's a good idea. I wonder
It's
if
one way
maybe,
of finding out.
yeah, and I think I've got another bobbin case too. So maybe I'll do both. Because that happens with more than just one bobbin, but I could just go through and replace my bobbins, you know?
Thank you.
Because I do have a lifetime, I'm sure. Like they don't last forever, I'm guessing.
Really?
I don't know, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Okay. Be down.
All right, I'm almost done.
Get through this block.
You'll get there.
Tomorrow will be white.
All right, this goes
I
this
really
way.
like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Think Alicia like it?
Sure.
Mom's making all of her Christmas presents.
I
Or are you
just
gonna give it to her now?
I just love
First.
I just love how that Sherry and Chelsea fabric keeps making it onto a quilt, and I never get the Sherry and Chelsea fabric. That's okay. I will make one myself. I do have a jelly roll. So well, maybe
Got that.
jelly roll down to make a crocheted rug. That'd be fun.
That would be cute.
I can walk all over the fabric.
Yes,
I could see you doing that.
Mm.
Oh, my rules over there.
All right, Mom. Have a good night.
Good night, Miss Nancy.
Hey, thanks for your water, Mary.
I did with my phone
Okay,
before. For my iPhone. Oh,
this way and this way. This way.
I'll tell you what, not-
Okay. I'm got 2 more seams to do and then I'll be done with this one.
All right.
Thank you, ladies, for all your help.
Yep. Was the seashore dry fabric on Mama Nancy's quilt? Yes. That was so the seashore dry fabric. I love this story. It's so funny to me. So I bought a quilt kit using the seashore dry fabric to make a magnolia quilt, and I did that with Tiffany, and I loved it. And it sat, and my sister Nicole was like, I haven't made a quilt for her in a while, and she asked if she could have that one, and I said sure. You know,
Aw,
I always love it when my quilts have a home. You know what I mean?
right.
No big deal. I can always make that one again. And so because I loved that fabric line. So I bought some yardage and I had a few of the pre-cuts. Well, then I decided I was going to make the Jelly Bar 4 quilt along that Fat Quarter Shop had. I was going to make that out of Seashore Drive. And so I got a bunch of the Seashore Drive fabric together and worked on it and put it together, and then decided I didn't really want to keep that quilt. And so I put it forward. And then I had a charm square pack of it, but I ended up giving it away in a giveaway. And then I got another one.
And you gave it away.
And gave it away. And then I bought one while we were at retreat and Mom took it. And so I feel
Oh,
I did buy a jelly roll of it. So I do have a jelly roll of it and I'm excited about that. But I feel like this is the fabric that I keep bringing into the studio and I'm actively sewing with. I've made so much stuff with the Seashore Drive fabric.
have you?
Yeah. I've made 2.
And you haven't even stitched it yet.
I've made 2 quilts with it, but I haven't quilted them. So they're being quilted soon.
No.
Sue says mom may enjoy the chandelier pattern. It's super easy blocks, but looks complicated. That's actually a quilt that's on my bucket list to do. So maybe we'll do that one together next time she's up.
When are they going back?
Tuesday morning.
Oh,
So right now she's just trying to get all of her quilt tops. She wants all of her quilt tops pieced before she leaves on Tuesday. Look.
I like that. Becca, I really like those colors.
I did
Did
not.
you have any issues with those little pieces, turning them the right way?
Nope.
Brett, I did.
Nope.
I did it on one and I thought, what a jerk.
I did
I-
have
that.
I did have a couple of spots where my stitch and flips weren't completely coming over the right way.
Yeah.
I only had to
But-
rub
Was you too close? That's
Yeah.
what I did. I couldn't get it right. Well, it was in right, but not right, if that makes sense.
All right, so as I'm pulling my alphabetties off of my fabric, I don't want to lose them, so I'm not just going to set them wherever. This is really just me talking to myself, not telling you. And I'm going to put them back in my little Ziploc bag that they came in. I underestimate these alphabetties.
They're amazing.
I just don't like them because if I've got a pin fabric, that doesn't help me. And I can't always get wonder clips around a big pile of fabric.
True.
But they're better than Post-it notes. I like them better than Post-it notes.
Right. I like the Post-it notes. I
mean,
like the alphabetties, but I don't know. Very cute, Becca. Let me see. Batiks are the best for crocheted rugs. Shows the color better. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Well, Tessa, that's cool. Let me see. Kathleen Champ, Donna Becker, you always been real. Have a blessed rest of your night. Becca, please tell Mama Nancy I called dibs. That's a sure sign of beautiful. Kathleen, everyone have a blessed evening. I hope you're healing up and doing well.
All right. Which one are you going to move on to next, Donna?
I'm on the center.
Okay. Then that's the one I'll do.
Yeah.
So I need my R fabric.
Yeah. The first one goes like in 15 minutes most.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Cause I did my center in like 5 minutes, put the cap on and you're done. Cap, bottom and done. Bam.
So I need the pinks.
I use old salvages and write on them with heat erase. Oh, that's a cute way too.
S and M. All right.
And I appreciate you guys all hanging out with Becca and I this evening while we're working on this.
Yeah. Well, she said. All right.
Yeah. Look at these colors. What's your colors for this one?
So I've got more of a contrast in mine. So that's
fine. I don't know if you can see mine.
Yep, I can.
It doesn't look like there's a lot. Joe, can you come down on the camera for a second? Want to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
With the light the way it was, I don't think we could tell.
Yeah. Looks good. Quiltessa said that she did not like the embroidery floss, so she made hers a spool instead.
Oh, you've already done it, Quiltessa.
I think she's doing it with us.
Oh, she changed hers real quick. Way to go.
All right. I know, Mary. Mary said, here, Mom's gone. And then since you're sitting on the other side of the room, you can be part of the conversation. Here you go. If you want this. It's by the computer.
Hey, pretty colors. I didn't like the embroidery thread one, so I made mine a spool. I'll tell you what, if I had to do over again, it's not that it's ugly. It was just that I could not get the corners right to suit me. All right, babe. All right, can I please have a Dr. Pepper on your way up? Thank you. Of course she won't. Buttercup won't go with him because he'll put her to bed. She knows when it's dark out, it's bedtime. So we do not attach these three. We just leave them loose. Am I correct?
No, you attach them. You're making one big block. Everything's going together.
Oh, okay.
That's why you're adding those big pieces of white to the sides of the block, especially
Got
the middle.
it. Well, this might end up actually looking nice, or I'm going to chop it off. That's it. We'll make it fit. I like that the threads look variegated. That's cool. That's, yeah.
It adds dimension. And I'm doing this, by the way, with all solids. I just realized that.
Oh, babe, you never use just solids.
Well, it's been over the past 6 months or so. I've just, I
Embrace the stuff.
I
Are
feel
you
like,
migrating over to the dark side?
I feel like it, and I feel like the legit kit with Ursula kind of was like, look, solids can be beautiful.
Yeah. I never gave petites. I never fold with them because I could not wrap my mind around them.
Yeah.
Then watching you with them, and then I watched Teresa Louise do her project with them. I was blown away. So I was like, okay, I'll give this a go. So with the new Vortex, it's all in blues.
Yep.
And I love the colors. Now I just got to pray to God that when we line those blocks up, it actually looks like it's got the movement I'm hoping it does. If not, I will abort that mission because that's one I just want to do, you know? But my goal this weekend is to finish this month's blocks and then tie them together and see how it's looking.
Yes, I gotta go outside. Yes, gotta go outside.
Okay. I will go outside. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
He wants something, but I can't figure out what he wants.
He wants the microphone to tell the whole world about how cute he is.
Oh, he is adorable.
Did you have all of the fabric in your stash or did you buy new? Katie wants to know.
So for me, this was a block of the month from Stitch in Heaven that I signed up for a year ago because I thought the project looked cute, and the blocks or the packages just started coming, and I never started it. I just kept stockpiling them, and I got to probably about month 4 or 5, maybe 6 or so, and I had told Donna I was doing it, and I showed her the pattern, and she was like, oh, I can do that too.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so technically this is all new fabric, but it was not fabric that I went out and bought. It was part of the block of the month. What about you, Donna?
I went out and bought because I was hanging out with Tucker in Pennsylvania and his grandma, and I had the pattern picture with me, so I was like, well, I'll see if we can get anything close, because I knew I didn't have anything in my stock, in my stash, nothing. So that's how, and we just got as close to the pictures as we could.
You go.
I'm a little bit cold. I thought it was just me, babe. Is it? Fall's coming on, babe. No, it's not good. Yeah, you do better in the winter and I do better in the summer. I'll be all jacked up. You need to just let me go somewhere to a warmer climate for the winter months. And then I'll hook back up with you in the spring. Right. There's people that's moving back here to the East Coast, honey, because of the crime out there. You're not going to get me out there. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to do it. He goes, we need to just move out Vegas and the air quality would be better and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, but the crime, no, not going to happen. No, it never used to be, baby. Let me see. Variegated fabric in your stash. There's lots of colors. This is going to have a lot of colors in it, I believe.
Yeah. And I feel like when it comes to what the lesson that I feel like I'm learning from these is when there's a lot of visual interest already going on, that's
Mhm.
where the solids really shine.
True.
Because if you think about all the colors and all the fabrics that you added, you're going to add to this quilt and all the design elements that you're doing, you could have done it with a print, but the prints would have taken away from the design too. And then also with prints, I feel like one of the things that we struggle with a little bit is just making sure that you're getting the fabric to read the right way. So if you
Right.
think like a big floral print that you get from like, let's say Lala Boutique, for example, depending on how that fabric is cut and where parts of that fabric touch other pieces, it could read as a white, it could read as a red, it could read as a green. At least this way, if you're trying to get pink, you got pink.
Right. It's, what did they call it? Bubble gum?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Bubblegum. Oh, so pretty.
I think it is looking cute.
You can abandon that pattern and we can do something else fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to make her just like?
I don't know.
Is
She
cutting all 12 blocks? Because hers comes with 12, right?
her pattern is 9. We talked about this last night. That's what it was. Wait, hold on. That's because last night we were talking about this on the live stream, and I was like, something's not computing because it feels like you just made a really big jump. So the pattern calls for 9, 3
Right.
rows of 3, and the blocks are 18 by like 20 inches.
Right. That's her blocks are big blocks.
Right. But she wants the quilt to be bigger. And so instead of doing 3 by 4, which would be 12 blocks, she's doing 4 by 5, which is 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then frame it out from there. And it's going to drag on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Well, I
Mary's a little tiny woman. It's going to be dragging. I don't know if she'll be able to lift it. Hey, Joe, you want to do a giveaway tonight while we're in here?
I don't know if your microphone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. So, Mary, just so you're aware, hold on, I'm doing the math because I don't think we did the math right last night. Hold on.
Math is fun.
No, I got it. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I'm just doing finished size. 72. So if you do what size, like, wait, no, that's not what I'm asking. Is there borders on it or is it just the blocks? According to the pattern.
There's no borders on this.
Okay, and the sashing that goes in there, is
Oh,
that,
yeah, there is a border.
what is the border?
Let's see if it tells me.
And then the sashing, what is the sashing?
Sashing is 2.5.
Okay,
And the border
I don't know.
is-
You have to look here. Do what, baby? Yeah. She probably, you didn't bring her dog food up.
Borders are 4.5.
She's probably hungry. It's past her dinner time.
finished or unfinished?
4.5.
Okay, so 8 inches. So 2. So 2, 6, 8. So
It sounds like a California king size.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what this will finish at if we do 20 blocks. And I think she's gonna be a little surprised. Hold on, I'm doing the sashing too. Plus 8 plus 6. Okay, Mary, your lovely panda quilt, I am not quilting for you. Because it is going to be 86 inches wide by 116 inches long. If you do the 20 blocks.
That, no way, bud.
The outer borders.
No, you won't. That because that you don't want the pandas bleeding directly in.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to have the borders.
We'll do the 20. I mean, 90 inches, it's going to be basically 90 inches
That's good,
wide.
'cause then it'll give me something to put over top of my pillows.
But listen, I'm not quilting it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yes. Number 14.
I might have Tucker quilt this one.
Tucker might tell you no.
No, his long arm will do probably as long as Tiffany's.
Yeah. Yeah, but Tucker, it would be a good option for that because he could maybe do some like bamboo details around. That would be fun. I will piece it. 20 blocks, 1 block at a time for 3 years.
3 years. Honey, that's what it is. She's hungry. Her belly's a rumbling. You want me to get down and get the dog food for her? Yeah, that's all she wants is dinner.
Be tuning in
Thank
on
you,
the
love.
first Tuesday of every month. I'll be like, and this is the block I made for Mary this month.
And she still beats me. I'm not going fast enough.
I actually think they're going to be a lot of fun to put together. I'm really excited to get that one started.
I think
I was going to say, if it's a rush job, feel free to mail me one.
So Mary, Donna can get one done in a month. No, it's not a rush job. This is just we're making each other friend quilts.
Oh,
I'm making her a panda quilt that she is cutting out for me to make. And then I will, if she brings the fabric, once we decide on the pattern, I will cut out a quilt for her to make me a whale quilt.
oh,
But it's something that it's one of those projects that we know it's going to take us a long time. So we're just slowly working on it in between our other projects. I'm waiting for her to finish cutting her fabric. And then once we decide on the pattern for the whale one, I'll get started cutting that.
oh, that's cool. Thank you, sweetheart.
Guess we could sit and look at patterns this weekend, right? Get one locked in, because I think you had an idea for one. It was the pattern that was hanging up at the quilt shop, right? Oh, you bought the pattern already? Oh, you bought a kit. Oh, I thought you bought yarn.
What, for yours?
Yeah, she bought a kit. So the fabric she's using, she brought some extra fabric, but she's using fabric mostly it was off of my shelves.
Oh,
You have the dolphin kit? Or whale, it is whales, it's not dolphins.
it
Well,
says
good.
whale song.
Then leave it here and I
all
can,
right. We're going to do a giveaway. What's your magic word, Joe? You got to warn me. All right. Thank you. We're going to open this up for about 15 minutes and it's giveaway number 14. So as soon as Joe lets me know, you can go ahead and start. And the magic word tonight will be exclamation salty. The raffle is now open.
Like that one better.
Yeah, I like that a lot more. Did we have this fabric?
I
or this
don't
one?
know. I think
Okay.
that's the fabric that I got though.
The stripe?
I think it's the stripe. No, maybe not. Yes.
You did
There
get
it
this
is.
one? No,
Yeah,
the
it's the
stripe is still
stripe.
pretty.
Yeah.
The stripe is still pretty.
That's what it was, baby. She's really eating.
Ooh, but what did you get for the binding?
We need to just bring a feed bowl up here for her.
This would be pretty for the binding.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
It was
Yeah,
a whole kit.
yeah, I can start starting getting this cut down.
I thought I was gonna cut that one out too.
Well, yeah, but I feel bad having you do all the cutting.
It's all.
Hi, we're making friend quilts for each other. Mary's doing all the work.
Oh, well, at least I'm not being mean. She likes to cut.
She does. She does.
So honestly, that's a win-win.
It feeds into her desire to organize all the things.
Yep. Mary, come visit me before you move. I'm organized, but I need kids cut. Chop, chop. And I'll just send them back in their little art tubs, and then I'll meet you somewhere like South Carolina.
She's headed down there to visit her mom for a little bit.
And that's awesome.
Yes. You excited to see your mom, Mary?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Mom time, I'm not being mean, is the best time. Anytime you still have your parents, it's a pleasure to spend time with them. Because before you know it, it's over.
Yep.
Now, and she's not getting any younger, so it's time to start trying to spend more time with her.
Yep. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Dang it.
This one's a whole lot easier than the other one.
Oh my God, this one's like, I finished while you were finishing up over there. I went ahead and block number 1, I put the A's and the B's together. Then while we were sitting talking, I've got the cap on.
This is
Number 1 goes even quicker than number 2. If we would have started with them, man, we'd be done.
like, look, this is such an easy project, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah, now we can honestly say abort block 3, change it to thread, and you got this.
If you want the challenge, the embroidery floss thing is great, but if you don't want a challenge, make it another spool.
Yep,
Another spool.
absolutely. I learned a lot from that, honestly. Like, have my stitch length set right. I don't like dates with Jack on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. You know, well, really ever, but he comes in quite handy when I need him. What are you barking at, baby?
Me.
You'll get some.
Yeah.
It's not always about you. Yeah, Becca. I was just about to ask if Mary is a friend or a relative of Becca's. That's so cool to have a quilting friend so close.
I've had a couple of people ask Mary on YouTube. I've gotten a couple of comments. Is Mary your sister? No, Mary is not my sister. Mary is a friend. She lives about an hour away. And we kind of we consider her part of the family. She's here frequently and she just blends into the family.
Yep. It's been what, about a year or so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about turning the curved gray pieces to one large piece and ditching the DMC on top. Absolutely.
But
It was that J. I was good with J. But the L with the big and the little and the flip, that's where mine got crooked, and I won't do crooked.
and
It was driving me crazy, and I'm still probably going to pull it out.
that's okay. You have enough fabric in that little kit of yours to make it make another spool if you want to. You could just pull out the strip set and just cap it off.
Yep.
Make sure that the block, when it's finished, measures the right height and width.
Oh, no, it all looks good now, but like an hour ago, I would have honestly said, you know what, bye.
Alicia.
Mary used to be a stray, but we adopted her, Quilt-As-You says.
Okay.
She
Mary,
says, okay.
not sure what to think about that one.
I just.
She did. We fed her. She kept coming back. We're like, I guess we got to keep this one.
Oh, yeah.
Got a loud machine off now, you can hear my phone.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
It's a beast.
I just heard him in the background.
Do you see that? What I'm showing you? Look at that.
Ooh.
Watch. Do you see? That's the difference in the cutting.
Oh no.
Do you see now why I said
Yes. Oh,
never, ever, ever say Fred?
no.
Mm,
That won't do.
no, it won't, because if I don't fix it now,
That's not.
it'll throw the whole quilt off.
You can't ease that in.
No, I can't. I can squeak a little.
That's not a little, Donna.
No, that's a whole hell of a lot.
That's not a little.
Hold on. What? I can't hear you. You need to mic up.
Yeah, mic up, Joe.
I know I said the word hell, Hell. He goes, oh. Hold on. See the surprise look. Oh. I am going to have to go to timeout soon as this is over.
You're going to get in trouble with your old man there. You better be careful.
I might get spanked. Oh. Buttercup saying, Mommy, stop being naughty.
That's Buttercup's job.
I just thought it would be funny.
That's Buttercup's
Okay.
job.
18 by 39. What in the Sam Haiti?
Mary, on that orca whale pattern,
Yeah.
the picture of the pattern with the striped fabric, I don't love that for the border, but the fabric, I love the fabric.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? It's so funny how like the picture of something doesn't do it justice sometimes.
Come back to order shop as well.
Oh, really?
Order shop or
I
Shabby
thought you
Shop.
got it from Kathy's place.
No, that the border print I got from.
Oh,
Kathy's.
I see.
The kit I got. Because remember, I came back and I said, you got that dolphin fabric I got you and. you
I
just
bought
sent
the
me that
panel.
thing.
I
Yep,
bought an orca panel.
Yep.
And then Mary, we went, Donna, when you were in, and we went to the quilter studio.
Yeah.
She bought another orca panel for me, she not knowing that I had just,
Oh,
and then she bought a NASA panel for Ian. And then she showed it to me. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. And I went to my shelf and I pulled out the same exact panel. And then
oh.
like the next week she came back and she was like, give me that panel back. I bought a quilt kit for it. I was like, okay. And that's how we started talking about the sister quilts. You know, I
I
want to
think that's sweet.
I have an idea, and I think this like it's something you kind of would need to do with like a physical guild.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of pizza box quilts?
Excuse me, please.
Okay. So this was a lot of when I went to Alabama, some of my friends in Alabama are part of a guild. They're all in the same guild, and their guild is doing this really cool quilt thing where they're calling it a pizza box challenge. And so everybody fills out a little info sheet about things that they would like in their quilt, like colors or particular blocks, whatever preferences they want. And it's stapled to the inside of an unused, brand new pizza box. And then they set them down on the table, and you go pick a pizza box and you make a quilt for that person. You bake the quilt basically, and then you put it, like, you get to keep all your materials in the pizza boxes. You're working through it. It's a whole thing.
Really?
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Round robin, it's round robin. You pass it from one person to the next.
Yeah.
And they add it on.
Yeah.
But you're taking the whole pizza box and doing it.
Yeah. You make a block.
Yeah.
And then you put your block in there and you pass on to the next one.
Oh, okay. It is like a round robin.
Yeah. So you could either do it that way, or you could just make the quilt. Like, it's everybody's making a quilt for one another.
Uh-huh.
But
Right.
yeah, I thought that was a lot of
So at
fun.
least
That would be neat.
Here's my second spool.
Way to go, Toots. Way to go.
So I think the pizza box thing sounds like fun,
Yeah.
but it's not a round robin, because a round robin is different, right?
Yeah,
A round robin is you start it
Yeah.
and then you pass it off to you pass it off to the next person. For those in the chat that don't know what a round robin is somebody starts the center of the quilt, and then they pass it on to the next person, and the next person adds a border, and then they pass it on to the next person adds another border, and you keep going until the quilt has been completed, until it's been passed on. But the person that starts it adds the center, and everybody after that works on a border, and the border's usually a little bit more intricate than just a layer of fabric. Usually they're doing like a pieced border of some sort.
Oh, wow. So when you're going to set one up?
Those are a lot of work.
Won't be this year.
No.
Are you a little booked?
I've had an idea for a couple of years, and I've talked about it before behind, like, off camera. I've always thought that it would be fun to get some content creators to do a round robin with, and then have everybody do their piece, and then at the end the quilt could be raffled off. But that's a lot of work, and I don't have the time for that.
Well, you start these ideas and then you dump them.
No, I have lots of good ideas. I just don't have time to execute all of them. Or
Well, I don't know why.
It seem like they're good ideas. Maybe they're not.
Well, I kind of think they are.
Well, then somebody else can take it and run with it.
No. Look at me. Not it.
Well, it'll show up on somebody's channel. I put it out into the universe, and
Okay. Well, this girl is
not it.
not it.
And like, I put it out into the universe, and so it'll be a matter of about a month or so. It'll pop up on someone's channel. Someone will take it. They'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to do this thing," and I'm like, "Okay, that sounds great. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Awesome."
Nope. I got my hands full with Quiltmas. I'm the no. Nope. Not it.
Listen. If you're gonna do it, just can I want to do it too. Like,
What? Of which one?
No, not Quiltmas. That's it's
I was
too
gonna
late.
say-
Ship sailed.
I am not. No. No.
Sailed.
That ship sailed for this year, and then the baton gets passed next year. I'm a one and done kind of girl. I'll play in the sandbox, but no, I'm not doing it twice. That was the understanding when I said I would take the hit. It's going to be fun. It's almost, believe it or not, we got another week and it'll be wrapped up till the end.
Yeah,
So I think it went well.
good.
Yep.
All right. These are my
Will it be as fancy as last year? Definitely not. But it'll be hysterical, and that's what's funny.
I'm excited to see what everybody's made.
I know somebody's in my video.
Oh, yeah.
And Christmas cheer.
Donna took her retreat in June hijack. She took it hostage to record footage for Quilt.
Yep. The only thing I wish is I would have stopped long enough and threw on my PJs.
Next
My
time.
Christmas PJs. That's the only thing I wish I'd have done.
As long as you're having fun making the videos, that's all that matter.
Yep, it was hysterical. Joe, every time he looks at it, he chuckles.
Pat said a round robin could be an option, a good option for a future Christmas collab.
Ooh, there you go, Miss Pat, set it up.
Pat has just hit the nail on exactly what my vision of that collab would look like. Every content creator would start their own center and pass to the right. And then that content creator would end up with a finished quilt that everybody worked on.
I
But
think that would be fun.
because every content creator would have to basically be in for making a whole quilt. So then that was what my initial thought was. And I was like, well, that's a lot of work to ask somebody to commit to. And so then it turned into one quilt that everybody puts hands on. I think somebody should do it. It'd be a lot of fun to watch one unfold.
Not it.
And I
If
think
I say it enough, you'll listen. Not it.
I think Pat's right. I think that would be fun to see it, like it take a year to do it, right? Record it, but then have the videos in rapid succession.
Yeah.
So day 1 would be the center, day 2 would be the first border.
Yep.
Speaking of retreats, Linda D is asking, what's coming up for early 2024? Are you having a retreat in 2024?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. You want to talk
You
about
know
that?
it.
She's
It's
asking.
already booked. I have it scheduled for June. And then moving forward for the following year, 25, I'll have 2 in 25.
Well, she was saying early 2024. I didn't know.
No, I have not booked anything. I would like to do a online one. What's coming up for early 2024? Yeah, I don't have anything, Miss Linda, as far as retreat wise, if that makes sense. Nothing on this end. We're going to QuiltCon and we're going to wreak havoc on Raleigh, North Carolina. But other than that, I don't know of anything. Do you, Beck?
I have online retreats, virtual retreats every 3 months. My next
When's your
one,
next one?
the last weekend in October, and then the one after that will be January.
Early QuiltCon, yeah, that's February. I'm late. What are you guys making? We're making Sewology quilts together.
You say that now.
Do I?
She said she finished all the black.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Quilt-As-You-Go, you have to make sure everyone is committed or it'll stop and end. Yeah, we're learning that with our So It Seems group. Several of us got together and we're doing our own spin on the Quilts for Valor. And every month we make a quilt and donate it to a local organization within whoever quilts it, donates it in their area. So I think that's kind of fun, but some people are delayed in shipping blocks, so that delays everybody in the process. So we learn as we go. Commitments, commitments, commitments.
Well, things change, right?
Yep.
Be able to deliver on a commitment. Yeah, I understand. Like if your word should be good. If you say you're going to do something,
Yep.
you should follow through. And I 100% try to stand behind that. But I also know,
Life happens.
right, as a content creator, YouTube has to come behind my 9 to 5, and it has to come behind like my kid and my family and my
Right.
home.
Yep.
So
This
sometimes
is, yep. I agree. Your home life and all of that comes first. And as it should.
yeah, I will say blocks 1 and 2 are definitely a whole lot easier than that. Third.
And we learned a lesson. We started with the hardest, but look at it now, girl. We're almost done.
Chunking it out.
Yeah, one bite at a time.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Joe, you got to give me some air, please. It's like a box up here. 1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold.
Time is it? It's only 9:30. Yeah, I'm sitting over here feeling like it's 11:30.
Really?
I'm so tired. I'm ready for bed. I look up, it's 9:26. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
Oh, that's cool. Quilt-As-You says, when we did the round robin, each person started with an 18-inch center and mailed it to the next person on the list with a paper saying what colors to use and not to use. I had no clue. I've heard of round robins, but I never knew how they worked.
Gotcha. All right.
Let me see. Jane says, it's my birthday in 4 days.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday early. Happy early birthday. If I was a singer, I would sing to you. But I don't want to get a strike to say, get off of here. Why am I not liking the feel of that?
I spin on the round robin from Linda D. Everyone makes a block on a theme, and they can all go to one person for assembly. If the block is missing because life got in the way, you can adjust the quilt, not lose it.
Huh.
Those are all great ideas, and I am not hosting one.
I am not. I have no availability until 2028.
If somebody else wants to host one, you have my blessing. Have at it.
You like to throw them seeds.
Yeah. I like to
You like to be that farmer.
I like my brain doesn't stop. I love thinking about things that I can do, but I have learned the power in saying no, because not every idea comes into my head needs to be done by me.
Exactly. And it's okay to plant the seed somewhere else. Just stay out of my head. Now that this block is done, I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, you want to close the raffle? All right. 1 minute warning. If you have not entered the raffle, the giveaway, please do. It's your last call. And I tell you what, I'm really glad I pressed all seams open. It makes it lay so nice.
Mine's laying pretty flat,
Yeah.
but I starched the hell out of it too. I'm sorry, I starched the heck out of it. Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. Did you
Sorry,
hear? He goes, you naughty women.
Joe.
Wait until he's mic'd up on Monday nights with me. Just say. And he's sitting here acting like this. You're going to see him. He's going to mess up and forget he's got a mic on. Write your ideas down in a book. And when you lose your sojo, no pun intended, look at your ideas. All right, Joe, go ahead and do it. Let me get a Post-it note to write it down. Entries are closed. Drum roll. Oh, debt free quilter. Hey, Heather. Congratulations. I do not need your address because I've already got it. It'll be coming out in the mail, kid. She's going, she didn't know it was rope and twine and handcuffs and all. Joe says, it's a booby prize. I don't know what's in it, Heather.
Happy over there?
I'm getting there. I'm almost there.
Goodness.
Do what?
She's so excited to be, she's getting closer to being done. She's able to have, I think one of the black that she was cutting is all cut.
Yeah.
She's, are you on the last color now?
Yes.
She's cutting the last color for her quilt.
Oh, let me see. I don't even remember. This has got a lot of hard stuff in it. I don't know, Heather. There you go. What are y'all working on? We are working on the Sewology quilt. All of the information can be found in the description box below this video. If you'd like the pattern, there's some on Etsy for about $20-$25.
Yes, Mary Lou.
Becca loves this pattern to death.
Yes, Becca does. Actually,
Her favorite block would be.
don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I love y'all.
Don't you do it. Don't you
Stop
do it.
loss.
Oh gosh.
When anyone wins, do you put your address in the chat? Oh, no. When someone wins, I say, okay, winner, please email me at Donna@handmadebying.com. My moderators or Mr. Joe, the tech guy, drops my email. Email me your address. It gets mailed out. As you can see, I have Heather's address already on, and yes, it is covered up because I mailed her periodically from time to time, so she does not need to email me because I have her email, her mailing address already. We have it on file, and Joe already said, here, I got it. So no, you never, ever, ever, ever
You don't put-
ever give your personal information out to anyone on any social media of any kind, regardless of who asked you for it. You can email them, and if you trust them, and give your information at that time. Am I wrong, Beck?
That's the right way to do it. Just be-
And
Yeah, honestly, like if it's a legit person, they're not going to ask you for any of that information. They're going to reach out to you directly. I've had instances on my channel where scammers have created fake YouTube accounts and taken my profile picture and set it as their YouTube account picture. And they make the name like WhatsApp, whatever, and they'll put a phone number in it, and they'll reply to comments on my videos, letting people know that they won a prize and they have to call or email them. But that contact information is not mine. So I just tell people, like, first of all, I'm never going to tell you you won on a YouTube video. I'm always going to email you. And anytime I have a giveaway, unless it's on a live stream where we're doing a real raffle, I'm always going to ask you to fill out a secure form on my website. It's never going to be pulled from the comments of my videos.
And the newest one is, you won. Please give me your credit card information so you can pay the postage. Your bank accounts are robbed. Don't do it. Because if the channel you're watching is giving a giveaway, we don't charge you to mail it to you.
Well, maybe some of them out there do, but I don't.
I don't either. And I'd be like, okay, keep it. Because you're not getting my info. I don't care who you are.
Congratulations, you have won. Just pay postage and handling of $9,999.
All I need is your bank account information. Don't worry about anything else. And no, I don't do PayPal. That's well, you don't get your money back.
Then there's go to Best Buy and get me a gift card to Best Buy and then read the numbers.
Yeah, that's you only need email address if you win, and Donna needs your address to send the giveaway. Not until then, absolutely. But we have heard some really shady stuff over the last. I've been on a little over a year, and I get tickled at some of the craziness out there. And there's no other way of putting it. It's craziness, the stuff that people will ask our subscribers to do. And I'm like, what? No. My guys aren't going to do that. Night, ladies. Good night, Karen.
And
All right, you ready to do show and tell?
Karen Diard is my Alabama Karen friend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I will wait on you.
okay.
I thought you were pressing your last scene.
I'm putting yes, all three of my blocks are now built, but I got to put them together into the one block.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, slow your roll, Donna.
Okay, hold on. Slow my roll.
Oh my gosh. All right, I just got to line these up and sew them together. This is the moment of truth. Are they all going to be the right height?
Are they all the same size?
We're about to find out. Moment of
I
truth.
stopped the lady from getting scammed at Best Buy. I told the employee not to sell her those cards. Absolutely.
Good for you.
Isn't PayPal safe? Yes, PayPal. They will, if you say, John Blow, told me to send him money, and here it's a scam, the odds are pretty good PayPal will work with you. But a lot of other places won't. They're like, shame on you, no.
Yeah, when Donna was saying, and I don't do PayPal, I think she was joking around saying that like the scammer will be like, oh, and no, I don't do PayPal. I don't think she was saying that she doesn't do PayPal because Donna does.
No, I do.
It is safe. It's secure. Okay. I've had actually, I bought last year for Christmas, I bought my mom, she wanted this zip up hoodie and I bought it for her in November and I used PayPal to pay for it. And December came and went and they never even shipped it. And so
Yep.
I reached out to the company that I bought it from and I was like, where is this? When am I getting my product? Right? No response, not a single one. So I was like, okay. So I filed a claim through PayPal and I had to wait the appropriate amount of time for the claim to be reviewed and everything. But they sure did get me my money back.
Yep.
And it was one of those stupid ads that pop up on Facebook, like for that's what she had clicked on. And she sent me the link for it. So like when I see ads pop up on Facebook or Instagram for stuff, I don't,
Yep. Nope.
no, I'm like, no, thanks. It's either not going to be good or you're never going to get it. Cause there's been a few times now where I've bought something and the other couple were years ago. I remember buying things off of Facebook ads, like when it suggests shopping, is like, oh, I think so and so. Oh gosh. Oh no, it'll work. Okay, there it is. Sorry. It was just laying wrong. It's crooked down here. So okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I remember seeing a necklace one time that popped up, and it wasn't an expensive necklace, it was costume jewelry, but it had like the autism logo on it. So I was like, oh, Justice's biological mom would really like this. Maybe we'll get this for her for Mother's Day. And I clicked on it and checked out, and wow, that seam is gonna pop just like.
Just take your time now and fix it.
No, I'll do it later because it's I want to get this sewn together because I can fix it after this piece is sewn on. Anyway, I bought the thing and it never showed up. And it's happened a few times. So I just don't, anytime Facebook is like, here's something to buy, I'm like, I think Facebook promotes false news, fake news,
Yep.
and fake shopping.
I shopped, they had a Crocs ad.
Mm-hmm.
And I normally don't buy from there, and I double checked with Janine. They sell the Christian faith shirts
Mhm.
from this website. So I asked her about it and she said, yeah, it's really legit. So I clicked on it, downloaded the app, placed my order, and within a couple of weeks I got my stuff and it was beautiful. But I had ordered Crocs for my granddaughter and my one that I see all the time, and for my oldest granddaughter, and they were half price. I was like, that's a good deal, because if I had to waste the gas to drive to the Crocs store, it would cost me more than that. I'm 6 months in and still don't have them.
Mhm.
Nope. Yeah, one of our neighbors could have them, Joe says, but who knows? This, like the Bed and Bath and Beyond clearance, is a scam. My credit card refunded. Absolutely. If I'm buying online, I honestly do. Okay, you ready? I'll show you mine now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you see the problem?
I see you did yours wrong.
My middle one is upside down.
And that's okay, because you're gonna have a date with Jack tomorrow.
Yep, but all I got to do is rip this seam and this one and just flip it upside down.
Yep. Do you see how I don't have enough right here? I don't have enough contrast.
Or I can rip this one seam and just flip this one block. Because this is supposed to be on the left.
Right.
Yep, that's what I did wrong.
You just picked it up backwards, babe. Joe, can you put the light down here, honey? The camera down here. I want to see if it shows good contrast there. Because I might have should have want to went darker. Yeah, here it'll show, Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shows good contrast. But when I was holding it up, I was like, it all looked the same.
The colors in that green spool remind me of the shirt from the guy on Blue's Clues.
Now, how are we gonna hang these up or just store them back in our kits? Because this is gonna be a long process.
Mine's going back in the box
Yep, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
here. And then when everything's done, I'll sew them all together. Like it's totally fine. But
All right.
I do have a couple of, there we go. I'm just taking the time to rip the seam now and turn that black.
Yeah, it makes more sense, babe, to do it now than go back later.
So what I was saying is rather than, that didn't sound good.
No, it didn't.
What?
It sounded like I ripped fabric on the, but I think I think the needle on my machine just scratched the fabric. So I don't see it. Rather than tearing out the two seams and turning the middle one around,
Right. Just do the one.
I just did the one and I'm gonna turn it. Now, wait a minute. Did you say, hold on.
This is the angle right here, babe.
Oh,
The green is going to be on your right. Like if I'm looking at it, the left spool is your green.
yeah, I'm just gonna rip both. I'm gonna have to rip it out. It probably would have been okay to leave it that way.
Yeah, because who's going to be policing your quilts?
Too late. I already started ripping. Too late. I was eager.
Janine, good night, sweetheart. Have a fabulous time in church tomorrow. Heather the Rebel, gotta go back. Do you really want the same quilt as everyone else? Leave it.
Too late.
Give it some character. That's what I was thinking about doing, but I'm making my baby quilt, so it's driving me crazy. That happens. How do you rip out one of those seams so fast? Becca, can you show a demonstration, please, with your seam ripper? Well, you've already got to do it anyway, so we don't have to fake it now.
Well, since I happen to have it right here.
Man, this one looks like it might be really easy, babe.
So when I have a seam that I've got to rip, I roll the seam so that the two layers of fabric or the seam that I'm trying to rip is right at the top. And then I take my seam ripper and I slide it down in between the two pieces of fabric and make sure that the little U is hooked right up against the thread, not the fabric, and I just push. And if it doesn't glide easily, if it ever stops or feels a little tight or a little hard, I just pull it out and move it around. Now, what you're supposed to do, this is not the way I do it. I get this lecture all the time, so I'm just going to preface it. You're supposed to put the little red ball down into there because the little red ball is supposed to help prevent your sharp point from tearing your fabric.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the whole, but I have had problems. It's a me thing. I'm not using the tool the way it was designed. That's how you're supposed to do it. If you have a good seam ripper, you should be able to cut with that little red ball down in there. But sometimes you get a bad seam ripper and for whatever reason, I can't get it to cut.
Joe, would you put this back over there, honey?
Now,
It'll go right behind your curtain.
it's like this. Let's do this one more time. Repeat my two seams.
And thank you, Lovey.
There's one.
It took us a hot minute, but I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, that embroidery floss block, I am not super pleased with. Well,
I'm thinking about redoing the cap of it.
I might too. We'll see.
I'll still do it as the floss because I have the material to do it. But now it's got me challenged to where I want to do it right. I got a little bit of a wiggle in mind, and I don't like that.
My embroidery floss, I wasn't lining up. I think I cut the strips for the strip set a little weird because it is a little askew on the back. And there's a couple of spots where literally the seam is holding onto the fabric by barely a thread. And I don't want to leave it that way because the integrity of the quilt will be in question. Those
Right.
seams will pop real quick. And so I'm kind of, as I sit here sewing it into the quilt, I'm kind of the opinion that perhaps I'm going to go back and make another version of that block.
See which one you like better.
Yeah, because I have plenty of this fabric. They gave you a lot of fabric in the block of the month. So I can make it again. I can have a take two, and I think I'll be okay.
Right. And you don't really have to do the whole block, just the top and the bottom.
Yeah, I just need to do the strip set. The top and bottom are good.
Oh, okay, then. You're good.
The part are good. It's the strip
Oh,
set.
okay. Let me see. Martha is in the house. Hello, sweetheart. I cut my fabric lots of times. Grr, absolutely. Thank you. It took me 20 minutes to rip out one seam today, so I got frustrated. Thank you for taking the time to show me. I can walk you through it verbally, and you'll never get it. I'm the one that has to see it. And Becca showed me, and so did Teresa Louise.
Teresa's the one that taught me. I think she
Yeah,
did a video on it a while ago.
I really believe she did. So if you want to check out Teresa Louise I Quilt Too, slip over to her channel and look for, I'm sure there's a standalone video of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on month 4. Quilt-As-You, how did you get so far ahead? We just started, girl.
There we go.
Yep, you got it.
So I will.
Your floss tube's upside down, babe.
The floss is not upside down. Damn. So damn gullible.
I love you.
You know, so I was gonna leave it.
Oh, I guarantee you. You look like I do. I'm covered in threads tonight.
All right. So I'm gonna fold this up. I'm gonna put it in my project bin for this, and I will see you. Are we doing this again? Yeah, one more. We're doing October, right?
Yeah, October is yours.
Yep.
And that is going to be October the 7th. We're going to be doing the amazing pencil.
That better be better than the thread spools. That's all I gotta say.
We need to bring a secondary project. It doesn't look hard at all.
No, and I think there's a little.
We might be able to look at the end and see.
I think there's a bit of FPP in that one.
Oh, I
Just
didn't see that.
the pencil point. Yep. The pencil point is FPP. Boom.
Okay.
So,
Boom.
boom. All right, guys. I'm
All
tired.
right. Go to bed. Relax. Have a fabulous holiday. Everyone, thank you for joining Becca and I as we kick off this fun Sewology sew-along. It's always fun sewing with friends. Take care. God bless you. And I'll see you back on my channel on Monday evening for a first time, just saying, sit and sew and chat with Donna and Joe. So it's going to be hysterical. He's like my Mr. Wilson. You'll hear him, but you won't see him.
You won't see it.
You're going to get to hear what I hear all the time in the background chatter.
That's all.
So let's see how that goes. And you get the opportunity to ask him anything.
Oh, dear.
Yep. So while I'm sewing, he's going to be chatting with you. Now, how cool is that?
So
It's going to be fun. So you guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you back here Monday night at 8 o'clock. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks, Beck, for joining.
oh, hey, you're welcome. I had fun.
Me too. Good night, Mary.
Right.
She said good night.
I'm ready to. Okay, ready? You all ready?